It's kind of funny how the fates work sometimes, isn't it? Like how shows end up getting cancelled at the last minute. And then there are these crossover episodes that get worked out between networks, and then you get things like this. Deadline is reporting that Stephen Colbert is going to guest star on the upcoming third season of CBS's Elsbeth. But what makes this a little more than just a typical guest spot is that Deadline reports that Colbert is playing a version of himself. His character is the host of a late-night talk show called Way Late with Scotty Bristol. And if you've been paying attention, you know that would make him a fellow New Yorker and late-night host on a different network. So he is playing a version of himself on a show about a lawyer who solves murders in part by talking to other people. That's a little meta even for a Thursday night. But wait, there's more. Deadline also says that production on this episode featuring Colbert took place earlier this week. So it seems like this episode was already in the works when it was announced earlier this month that CBS would be canceling The Late Show, which of course Colbert has hosted since 2015, and which definitely was not due to expire until the spring of 2024. So did the creators of Elsbeth see the cancellation coming, or did they just get incredibly lucky? That's unclear. But Deadline says that sources told them that the idea of Colbert guesting on Elsbeth has been kicking around for a while. So perhaps they just got very lucky. Deadline also notes that this won't be the first time we've seen a prominent late-night host appear on Elsbeth. In January 2023, we saw Seth Meyers play a fictionalized version of himself hosting a game show. But to see another late-night host on Elsbeth, we have to go back to Season 1 when James Corden appeared in the 4th episode. This is actually a pretty good track record for Elsbeth when it comes to landing big-name guest stars. I mean, so far we're 2 for 2. Even if one of those came in the form of Corden, who unfortunately became known for sort of ruining everything he was ever in. So far, CBS hasn't commented on this story. But according to Deadline, sources say that Colbert taped his appearance on Elsbeth earlier this week in New York, where he lines play a character named Scotty Bristol, which may or may not be a version of himself. Or maybe it is, and that's why it was easy for them to schedule him. We don't know yet. But as Deadline points out, CBS has not yet announced the start date for the third season of Elsbeth, although they do expect it to be sometime in the fall. So we'll probably find out at some point closer to the premiere date. Colbert will join previously announced Season 3 regulars like Carrie Preston, of course, as well as her husband, Michael Shannon. Deadline also reports that Deadline exclusively revealed back in April that Audra McDonald would be joining the cast as a new series regular after she departed the Apple TV series Mythic Quest. And look, I know it can be hard to keep track of all of your favorite actors and characters when they jump from network to network, and sometimes even stream to stream. So here's a quick refresher. Elsbeth is a legal drama that takes place in the same universe as The Good Wife and its own spin-off, The Good Fight. It follows Carrie Preston's Elsbeth Tosconi, a small-town lawyer who specializes in criminal defense. After she moves her practice to Manhattan, she finds herself suddenly thrust into the spotlight when the law firm she joins gets tied up in a massive sexual harassment lawsuit. So Elsbeth teams up with an idealistic young lawyer, Preston, played by Nyambi, and together they tackle cases big and small. Michael Shannon plays Elsbeth's husband, a former prosecutor turned stay-at-home dad. And Audra McDonald joins the cast this season as a high-powered corporate lawyer. Are you excited to see Stephen Colbert guest star on Elsbeth? Are you bummed that The Late Show got cancelled? Let us know in the comments below. And also let us know your favorite memories of The Late Show. For me, it got to be when Tom Hanks kept interrupting Stephen Colbert's monologue just to tell him to shut up. I thought that was fantastic. And thanks so much for watching.